There's a moment most people never talk about. It usually happens late at night. The world is quiet, the phone is face down, and you're alone with a single thought that keeps echoing in your chest. What if I'm not enough? Not smart enough, not talented enough, not confident enough to try. That thought has stopped more dreams than failure ever could. Because the truth is, most people don't lose, they quit. Not because they were beaten, but because they never believed they were allowed to win. Maybe that sounds familiar. You look at others and think they were born with something you weren't. Confidence, luck, a head start. You tell yourself, that's for them, not for me. And slowly, without realizing it, you shrink your own life. But here's what no one tells you. Every person you admire once stood exactly where you are now. Unsure, unqualified, afraid. There was a time when they doubted themselves just as deeply. They just made one different choice. Let me tell you a story. There was someone who had a dream they couldn't explain. It didn't make sense. There was no clear path, no guarantees, no applause waiting. Just a quiet pull inside and a loud voice of doubt saying, "Who do you think you are?" So he waited. He prepared. He told himself he'd start when he felt ready. Days turned into years, and one day, something happened. He watched someone else live the life he secretly wanted, not because that person was better, but because he was brave enough to try. That moment hurt, not jealousy, regret. And that's when it hit him. The pain of believing in yourself and failing is temporary, but the pain of never believing in yourself at all, that stays forever. That was the turning point. He didn't suddenly become fearless. He didn't magically gain confidence. He just stopped asking, "What if I fail?" and started asking, "What if I don't?" What if you don't try? What if you stay small? What if 5 years pass and nothing changes except the weight of regret? Believing in yourself isn't about knowing you'll succeed. It's about deciding you're worth the attempt. Confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Every step forward, no matter how shaky, builds proof. Proof that you can handle more than you think. Proof that you're stronger than your doubts. And here's the part most people miss. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to take the next step. Belief is built in motion, not in overthinking, not in waiting for permission, not in comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Your story is allowed to begin messy. You are allowed to start before you feel ready. You are allowed to believe in yourself even when no one else does. Because no one is coming to hand you confidence. You earn it by showing up. And one day, you'll look back and realize the moment that changed everything wasn't when you succeeded. It was when you decided you were worth believing in. So if you're watching this right now, feeling unsure, feeling behind, feeling like you're running out of time, let this be your reminder. You are not late. You are not incapable. You are not invisible. You're just standing at the edge of your next chapter. Believe in yourself, not because it's easy, but because your future depends on it. And if this message spoke to you, sit with it for a moment. Ask yourself what one small step you've been avoiding and take it. If you want more stories like this, stories that remind you who you really are, stay here, subscribe, and keep moving forward. Your story isn't over yet.